there, guys. Welcome back to my podcast. Today's subject is, I'm afraid, going to be a little bit difficult to swallow, but hang on in there with me and you will find out why it is a very important subject and we should be talking about it. So the subject is birthing trauma. Yes, you heard me right. I said birthing trauma. As much as I know it's a very difficult subject to discuss, I am firmly sure that this is a subject we should be talking about because I have experienced it myself and I know how it feels and I know what it does to women. But let's begin from the beginning. So when a woman gives birth, everybody expects her to be in the heavens, being happy and carefree, and okay, you have a couple of sleepless nights, but you have the greatest gift in the world in your arms, which is partly true. I mean, when you give birth to a child, you are extremely happy and you feel love that you never knew existed in such magnitude. But there is a very, very, very dark side about giving birth that is not talked about. It's a real taboo, and that is a birthing trauma. If you have heard my other podcasts, you probably know that when I had my son, which is now 15 years ago, I also experienced a birthing trauma, and subsequently to that, I had a postpartum depression. I will not talk about how it changed my life in this podcast. Probably you heard it before in other podcasts, but what I want to focus now is on the birthing trauma itself. Now, I also wanted to add that the reason why we women don't talk about this side of giving birth, is because of the judgment. I honestly believe that women don't feel free to say, when everybody expects her to be so happy, and then she turns around and she says, actually, it's not exactly like that. I mean, I'm not totally happy. I am miserable. I feel scared. I feel so much responsibility. My head is going to explode. I don't sleep. My food doesn't taste properly. It's very difficult to say. On one hand, because it takes a lot of vulnerability to be able to say that, but on the other hand, because people will judge. It's very difficult for other people, especially people who haven't experienced something like this, to judge and to look at you weirdly and go like, how is that possible? Well, it is. So, who are these women and what happened that can constitute as a birthing trauma? Well, in fact, next week I'm going to start with my new studies so that I can become a birthing trauma consultant or coach or however you want to call it. It's a new kind of approach to the subject, and it is focused on helping women who have been through it or women who are afraid of giving birth to either prevent it or recover from it. It is going to take a few months, and I thought I wanted to make a podcast about it and let you know and start the conversation, because from now on I'm probably going to be posting more of these podcasts, making more of these podcasts, and I want you to know why and what it's about. The reason why I decided to do it was because, like I said earlier, I went through it myself, and in my work as a midwife's assistant, I have met many women who, let's say, don't view their birthing moment as a beautiful moment to look at. There are a lot of women out there who are terrified to look back. And it can happen in an instant. I mean, just think about it. The whole process of being pregnant and having to give birth to new life makes you very, very vulnerable and very open. So it doesn't take very much for the whole situation to become either uncomfortable or scary, or things that especially medical personnel can do that it feels like they're attacking your body, your mind, or even your dignity, as a woman, as a person. So it can be very small things that can change the whole situation into just a horrible experience. For me personally, it was the use of medication and the way the people in the hospital treated me. I was left alone. I didn't know what I was doing. And I know for sure I'm not the only one. So just try to imagine when you're this vulnerable and this open, and someone does something which you either didn't count on, or you didn't give consent for, or you didn't expect, or people just walk all over you, especially when you're, in their eyes, you're in danger, or it's taking too long, or they don't understand what's happening in your body, and they think that they're acting in a way that they should act, but it goes against what you would want to happen. There you have it. You've got yourself birthing trauma. And I'm not saying that this is happening to all the women. I'm just saying that this is real. I mean, people, this is real. Women giving birth are sometimes even neglected because everybody's looking to the baby, and we need to get the baby safely and well out of the woman's body, and what happens to the woman is secondary. I mean, I may sound a little bit harsh at this moment, but just try to think about it. And when you're, especially when you're in a situation when not everything is going as you wished, and there is a little bit of perceived danger or thought of danger, and people act sometimes even without asking you. I mean, try to imagine what this does to a person. So my goal is to be able to help as many women as I can, and most of all, be able to shine a little light on this subject. But okay, I'm lying here. I want to shine a lot of light on this subject, and I want to make people really aware of what's happening. And actually, I want to start a conversation. I would love to have a conversation with you where, and I know this is difficult to talk about. Like I said, I have been through it, but trust me, if there is one person that can listen to you and won't judge you, I know for sure one of them is me. So if you want to talk about it, just send me a DM on Instagram, or use my email address, which is on you can find it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Send me an email, send me a letter, I don't know, you choose, but I'm here for you. So I have read a lot of books until now, And there are some Dutch sites that talk about this, but if you would like some more information for now, you can look on Instagram on hashtag naturalbirth or hashtag Ligasia long, and that's with the C and double L at the long, hashtag birth naturally. And for the Dutch speaking people, there is also hashtag natural birthing co, which is about birthing products, which is very nice, very nice. So this podcast is just a beginning, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. And like I said, I would really love to talk to you about this, hear your feedback or your stories or whatever you would want to share with me. And just check on Instagram, on the other accounts, and I would love to hear from you. Okay, talk to you next time. Bye bye.